Hey there, my name is Lindsay Green with Get Gorgeous with Lindsay Green, and today I am so excited to share with you a detail hack, meaning details in the fact that I'm going to do all the things that Saint Makeup has to offer, and hack meaning highlight and contour. I love that I can spend 5 minutes on my face and be done, but I also love the days that I can take a little extra time for me and do something special and add a few extra touches to my makeup, and that's exactly what I'm going to do today with my customized palette. I've got a triple palette here, ID 27 is what it's called. And I'm going to do my makeup out of it mostly today and share with you some tips and tricks. The first thing I'm going to start with though is my brows, and that application comes right out of my palette as well. I use the line brush, and I'm going to go into one of our contour colors called Shadow. You can tell my palette is well loved, and that's okay. But it's also very simple to clean with a baby wipe or use some of your brush cleaner, and you can clean your palette very simply. But what I'm going to do my brows is I'm just going underneath my natural brow, and I'm just working up, okay? I just want to fill in those sparse areas. I'm not doing anything very elaborate because I still want to make this a quick application. But I do want my brows to look more full, and it just frames your entire face. I'll show you the comparison here. I'll stop in just a second. But the line brush is so easy to do that. Your artist can always help you decide what color is best for your brows. Shadow contour has always worked wonderfully for me, and you can see how the difference and what it does just in shaping my face. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit more and work in on this side, and I'll come in close so you can see. I'm just drawing a little line underneath there and then working up the natural shape of my brow, okay? And then I'm just gonna kind of go in the upwards motion. We also have a brow wax if you're wanting to really get your brows in place, and we can share a tutorial on that with you as well, or you can ask your artist about that. But for most days when I am just doing my face, I tend to just do a little fill in that is quick and easy. And then I just brush it out to make it look even a little bit more natural. So there's my brows done in like a minute, okay? So I have my colors. When you get color matched, you will get color matched to 2 highlights. We call our foundations highlights, and then you will get a contour. And then we help you pick some lip and cheeks and fun things like that. But we're gonna start with our 4 colors, basically our basic hack, and then we're going to add on to that with eyes and some extra details with the contour that you can really do as you're getting more comfortable with your makeup, okay? So we have all the brushes that you could ever need. Gone are the days of cakey makeup, because for us in Saint, it is all about the brush that you choose for the type of coverage that you want. So if you're a light coverage gal, we can help you choose that brush. If you're a full coverage gal, we can help you choose that brush or a couple of brushes to really accentuate that. So I love the fact that no matter if I want the fullest coverage or the lightest coverage, I'm still going to not have a cakey look, and I'm going to get coverage that I want, okay? So a little detail pro tip that I'm going to show you before I start my foundation application. I've got some lip and cheeks here. Frenchie is right here. It's a beautiful lip and cheek that I use very, very frequently on my cheeks. But sometimes I like to use it when I've got some under eye discoloration, and it just kind of cancels that out. I put the slightest amount. I just want you to see how little I'm using. And I'm just going to put it underneath my eyes, which looks insanely crazy. But what that's going to do is cancel out that blue color underneath my eyes, and it's going to make that look brighter underneath, okay? That is not something you have to do, but this is a detail hack, so I want to show you a couple of extra things, okay? While I'm on this layer, I'm going to go in to my lip conditioner because my lips are dry, and I'm just going to treat myself to a little lip conditioner while I'm doing my makeup, okay? I love that it fits right into my compact, but I also keep some on my bed. I keep some in my purse, my kids' backpacks. I really love it. It comes in 3 flavors: cherry, vanilla, and peppermint. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with our contour. Because this is a detail hack, I'm going to show you a couple of brushes for my application. You can certainly start with one brush if you want, and then you'll fall in love and want to add more. But I want to show you some of my favorite brushes for certain parts of your makeup application. So this is called the detail brush, okay? And it is my favorite brush for applying contour. You can see why. It's flat and it goes right in to that cheekbone. It's going to help lift. It's going to give a really beautiful look. So I'm going to dab in to my contour. Okay, I'm using Astoria, but you'll be custom matched to that, so you don't have to worry about the colors. And I'm just going to go right on my cheekbone. What contour is meant to do is lift. So I'm giving myself a lift by kind of pushing up into my face, okay? It's going to create a shadow there that makes my cheekbones look more lifted. And who doesn't want that? So I've done it on both sides. So that's the first place contour is going to go. The second place we're going to put it is right here. Let's sit that down. Right here on our forehead. Now you notice I have a larger forehead. So I want to make sure that I am applying it all the way across. If you are somebody who has a smaller forehead, you might want to just go from here to here. But I want to make sure that it blends in with my hairline. And don't worry, we're going to blend this in. I just want you to be able to see what I'm doing and where it's at, and we'll kind of blend at the end, okay? The next place I'm going to put my contour is here. So I had never contoured a day in my life before Saint, okay? And I really probably would have thought I'm going ahead and just blending that down, because if there's one place I will forget, it's right there. So what that creates is a pretty shadow and just kind of takes away any maybe double chin you got going on. But I had never contoured, and I had always been under the assumption that contour took a long time. You all saw that took me like 30 seconds. So if maybe you're nervous when you start, something to think about is contour is basically a 3 on your face, okay? How simple is that? So those are the basic places you can put contour. In a few minutes, I'm going to show you a couple extra places to put contour, but we're going to start right there, and then we'll work in some more places in just a minute, okay? So that is called the detail brush. It is great for contour. I frequently do my full face with it. It gives you a medium coverage. Really like it. It blends well, and I can show you. This can blend. I just blend up because you always want to go against gravity when you're working with your face. So I just blend up. You don't want that line to go away. You want a really pretty shadow right there. And you'll see how we work it into our natural and make it look natural. But I'm just going to go ahead and just blend that in, okay? And we'll come back to contour in just a few minutes. And we're going to contour our nose and do a little bit of work on our lips too. And maybe even our neck, okay? So when I color match you, or when you are color matched by your artist, you will receive 2 highlight colors. You're like, why are you giving me 2? Well, one is the main color, the closest to your face, and the next is going to be a brightener, like a concealer. That is my favorite part. I can't wait to show you. But underneath your eyes, and it'll go in a couple other places to bring light to your face, and it is so cool. But we're going to start next with our main highlight, our foundation, if you will. So I could pick up this same brush and I could do my makeup with it, but this is a detail hack, so I want to show you a few different looks. We have this brush, which is a full coverage called the Buff, so we could totally do that. The lightest color coverage here is called the Blend. Could totally do that. So there's so many good brushes that you can use to do your makeup, and I frequently switch between a lot of them. Another great brush is the 3D brush. So lots and lots and lots. You don't have to remember all that. There's not going to be a pop quiz or anything. I just want to show you that there are many options for light to full. I'm going to do a medium coverage today, and so I'm actually going to use the 3D brush. I could do my entire face with this brush if I wanted, but it has this dense end here, and I love the way that my main highlight applies using it. So I'm just going to go in, and I'm going to show you. I'm just picking up the slightest amount of product, okay? A little bit goes a long way with this makeup. It's really pigmented, so you don't need a ton of makeup to get a great coverage. So that is a very common mistake that people make in the beginning. So I just want to tell you, and your artist will always tell you, a very little goes a long way. So I've picked it up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply my main color down here, okay? The concept behind this makeup is you don't really need layering. You're going to get the coverage you need and the look you want without 5 layers of makeup. So where I put it, and we'll blend it, is just anywhere, if you remember, anywhere a man's beard would be. And then I did a little bit there on my nose. I'm going to do just a little bit there. And then the last place I'm gonna put it is here. Now we will give you a guide. It's kind of like if you can paint by numbers, you can do this. And we'll give you a guide that goes along with your color match that'll help you decide and know where you can put your colors, okay? So that is my main color. I'm gonna stick with this brush and I'm gonna work under my eyes now and showcase my brightener, my second highlight color, the one you're like, why are you selling me 2 highlights? You're gonna fall in love. This is way too light for my skin, clearly, but it's gonna bring brightness to my face that you guys are gonna be so amazed. I don't have to clean my brush off. I clean my brushes like once a week unless, you know, something terrible happens. And I'm gonna go under my eyes, okay? I didn't take it all the way under my eyes because I'm gonna be able to kind of blend it out. So I'm going down my nose and then underneath, okay? And I'm gonna get the most beautiful brightness, and I'm just gonna use what's left over there on my eyelid. But I'm gonna get a brightness there. You can see how, and I'm just using very little makeup. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that so pretty? The brightness, the coverage I get. I have struggled with dark circles my entire life. So this is my favorite part because I get great coverage there. And with very little, what I would notice with other concealers is they would cake by the end of the day, or that blueness would come through, and nobody wants that. So with this brightener color, you can do a couple other things. You can bring light to the center of your face. So I'm gonna show you a couple of pro tips here, okay? And then we'll blend everything out. I'm gonna just take a little bit, put it on my chin, put a little bit there in that Cupid's bow area. Gonna do a little here. If you notice, I didn't put my makeup there earlier. I'm gonna do a little bit there in the center of my face. And like I said, we're gonna come back to contour, and this is the time we're gonna come back to it, okay? So I'm going to put a little bit of my contour on my finger, nothing crazy, and I'm gonna put my 2 ring fingers together, okay? Remember, this is a detail hack. You don't have to start out like this, but you want to know what you're getting and what everything you can do with your makeup, right? So I'm just gonna take it down my nose, and I'm gonna create a contour there for my nose. That is gorgeous, okay? I dropped something, give me just a second. Okay, and then that brightener color can go right in the center of that contour. And then you have contoured your nose in like 15 seconds. So now we've got our 3 colors on, our 2 highlights, our 2 foundation colors, and a contour. I look kind of crazy. That's okay, because I'm gonna blend it now. So I could take this brush that I just used and I can go right in and blend my face, okay? I used it to apply this in. All of our brushes have some sort of fluffy end that you can blend with. So again, I use the detail brush here for the best detail of my contour, and now I'm using the 3D brush, and I applied my makeup with it, and I'm blending with it, okay? But we can always help you decide what is the best brush for you based upon the coverage that you desire, based upon some other things that we look at in your color match, like pore size and texture in your skin. So always trust your artist to know, and then if you tell her the kind of coverage you like, she'll be able to help you decide. Okay, I'm just blending out that contour to my liking and making sure I don't want a weird line here. So I'm just gonna hold my brush back because I don't want to completely blend out my contour, but I do want to make it look natural. So I'm just gonna go across my forehead and just make sure that everything is blended beautifully. There on my nose as well. Isn't that pretty? Already you can see my dark circles are gone. I have a lift to my face looks thinner, and I've got great coverage. So all things that everybody can appreciate, okay? So the next thing we're gonna do in our detail hack is we're gonna add some color to this. So we have lip and cheeks that are absolutely gorgeous. We have colors for everybody. These are just some of mine that are in my palette currently that I like to play with. You can see they're well loved, and that's okay. I'm going to take another brush because I love this brush for application of my lip and cheek. It's called the blend brush. I do my face with it frequently too. But I'm going to go in with Frenchie, that color that I used underneath my eyes. It is gorgeous, it is natural, and I just love the look that it gives on my cheeks, okay? So we call them lip and cheeks because you can use them in both areas. Now, most women are indecisive and like to have some options. So I love Frenchie on my cheeks, but most of the time I'll do a little something extra or different on my lips. But I do like more of a natural cheek, and that's what I did. I was talking and I didn't tell you what I did. Sorry, I needed a little something there. I went right above that contour. I don't want to go right here. If you want fullness in your face, add right there to the apples of your cheeks. I want lift and thin. So I just went this way, right above that contour, and that's how I applied my cheek color, okay? But if you have a thin face and you want to add some fullness, just do it there in the apples of your cheeks, okay? All right, up next is our lips. I said we would go back to contour one more time. This is absolutely not anything you have to do every day, but I want to teach you how to contour your lips, which is so simple. I've got the multitasker brush here, and I'm going to just go in with my contour. This is the same color that I applied on my cheeks and my nose. And I did a little outside of my natural lip. And then all I did here is create that mountain or whatever that everybody wants in their lips, okay? And then I'm gonna teach you one more trick. Put a little dot of your contour right in the middle of your Cupid's bow. And then sorry, I was a little bit off. And then just kind of smudge it out. See that lift it gives your lips? Like a lift lip without having to worry about it. Okay. I'm gonna go with nude, which is a very natural color that a lot of people get color matched to in the beginning because it is neutral and beautiful and most everybody can wear it. Okay, and then I'm just gonna add a little something over it. This is one of my favorite glosses called Sadie. I love the nude lip that Sadie and Nude give me, okay? So I've got my lip and cheek done. I've got my HAC done, my highlight and contour. So we're just gonna go in with a few of the extras like eyeshadow, won't keep you long. Eyeshadow and illuminator, okay? So up next is illuminator. I have chosen here Georgia. It is one of my favorites, and it is a powder. We have creams and powders. If you want more subtle, go with a cream. If you want a little bit more bold, go with a powder. Once again, your artist can always help you with that. So I'm going to take a little bit of that Georgia with this blend brush, and you notice I chose it for light application of my lips or my cheeks. I'm going to choose it for a light illuminator application. Where does illuminator go? Right here. Goes right there. It goes right there. Right on the top of your cheekbones. Look what that does. See that shimmer? Another place I love to put it is right on the tip of my nose. You can work with your fingers too. See, it just adds a little something. And then I take my finger and put a little bit right there on that Cupid's bow. Creates a light and just makes your lips look even fuller. You can also use it right here, okay? Little extra in your lip, okay? So your face is basically done. I could leave the house right now and be done, but this is a detail hack. So very quickly, I want to show you like a 3-color eye look. I have some lip eyeshadows in here and also have my Black Friday eyeliner, which I'll show you. But I have another palette of our newest eyeshadows, most of them. And I want to just do a look from that. I like nude colors. I like neutral, I guess not nude, but neutral colors. And so I'm going to go in here and I'm going to start with this color right here called Cafe. Yes, Cafe. And I'm going to just do a simple wash all over my lid. Basically just a color to start with. You can see right there. I'm going to start with that. And I am just using a brush called the eyeshadow brush. Everybody needs it. Anybody that wants to do an eyeshadow look, I highly recommend it. It blends well, it applies well, double-ended. And you see that wash? I mean, I could be done right there and just I could even add a little bit of that illuminator and have just a really pretty look from just those 2 colors. But we're a little extra today, right? So I'm gonna go in next with this warm color here called Tangerine, and I'm going to create just a little extra warmth up there in my crease color. And by doing so, that's just gonna make my eyes look bluer. And I'm actually going above my crease because I want that to be seen when my eyes are open, and I have a little bit of a hood on my eyes. Most people do. But isn't that color looks like that on your eyes. So do not be scared of colors that are suggested to you, because sometimes they turn out so gorgeous, okay? And the last thing I'm gonna do is super simple. I'm gonna use my finger, one of my greatest tools I have as a makeup artist, and I am going to apply a little bit of this color called Angel's Landing. And why I'm using my finger versus a brush is I'm not gonna lose any pigment, okay? So I'm just gonna pick some up with my finger, and I'm going to apply to my lower lid, okay? And I'm not gonna lose that pigment like I would if I was blending it on with a brush. I'm gonna get a lot of shimmer and just a whole lot of pretty, okay? Love, love, love that look. So simple, so pretty. And it's not just for blue eyes. This would be really pretty on hazel or brown eyes. Warmth in eyeshadows is just really gorgeous on anybody. So I'm just applying that with my finger to my liking, okay? We're gonna do a little eyeliner and we're gonna be done, okay? I am going to take this brush really quick. Talking of eyeliner, I have almond shaped eyes. I do not like to put eyeliner on my bottom lid because it makes my eyes look smaller. So what I like to do is create a pretty shadow under there with the colors I'm using. So I'm gonna use that first color, go up underneath there, create a little shadow. It's just kind of like a base. And then I'm gonna go in with that second color that I used and just create a little something else. Now, if you like a dark color on the outside of your eye, you could totally put a darker brown out there. A warm brown even would be really pretty. I don't know. I just like a soft look sometimes with my eyes. And then I'm going to take that Angel's Landing, which is that shimmer. I'm just going to create a little shimmer there on the inner eye, okay? So that's it. We're just going to use a little eyeliner up top. We have a liner called Black Friday. It is a cream-based eyeliner, which scared me to death. I'm not like somebody who does like a serious winged eye or anything like that. There's a couple of brushes that you can apply it with. You can apply it with a multitasker that we did our lips with, or you can apply it with the line brush that we did our eyebrows with. So you can do it with either one. I'm just going to use the line brush because it's the one that's accessible to me right now. And I'm going to go in with my Black Friday. It fits right into my palette too. It does not, I have been wearing this for a year, no, 2 years. It does not crease, it does not smear. It's just gorgeous. You can create a really pretty line for yourself. You can even do a little wing if you want. Just a really good look. Isn't that pretty? I like my eye look today. So that is all the bells and whistles that your makeup can do. I'm going to teach you how to set it very quickly. And we're done. Like I said, I don't spend this much time on my face every day, but if I'm going to invest into a makeup, I want to know all the things that it can do. And still 22 minutes for my face is pretty good. It wouldn't take me that long if I wasn't explaining and talking and doing all those things, but it's still a pretty good look. You know, one thing I did not show you, I'm so sorry, bronzer. Let's add just a little bit of bronzer to this look. With the blush and bronzer brush, I'm going to go in. I've got all my bronzers just kind of here together. We have 3 that we can help you decide on. And then I've got a rose gold illuminator. I kind of just mix them all together. And I'm just going to go in and add just a little bit of warmth to my face. And my favorite place to add bronzer is right here. Instead of taking it all around your neck, take it straight down your neck. And that gives makes your neck look longer and thinner, okay? Bronzer. Sorry, I forgot that part. Last but not least, we have a little bit of Vanilla Dust setting spray, or setting powder right here. It goes right into my palette, so if I'm traveling, I don't have to worry about a big thing of powder that might spill into my makeup bag. I'm going to take this with the brush, and I'm going to set my face in those areas that I'm concerned with, which are under eye, a mask area, or the area that I eat, and then my T-zone, my forehead area, because it sometimes can get a little bit oily. So I've set my face. I'm completely done. And I'm going to set it give myself a little extra insurance for the day with setting spray. If you are oily at all, I am more so in the summer, I will use this under my makeup and over it. In the winter, I tend to be more dry. So just think about your seasons and what your skin does, because your skin can change with the seasons. But today I'm just using it as a setting spray to set my cream-based makeup. It's on my wet perfector sponge, and I'm going to press that into my face. You're getting two benefits out of this. You're getting the fact that your makeup is being set with the setting spray, and also this perfector sponge is picking up any excess that might fall into a fine line or wrinkle. Y'all, that is a detail hack. I know that's a little bit more than maybe you're ready to start out with. Maybe not. Maybe you're ready to go full force. You're a makeup gal and you're like, give me all the things. So that is an option too. But it is everything your makeup can do. I still don't look super made up, or, you know, that's just not me. But I love the look that it gives me. The coverage that I have, the illuminator is gorgeous. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask to get your color match or to add to your palette. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous day. We'll talk to you soon.